Hi everyone, this is teacher Sandra. So this is one question a day with math nuggets for the May holidays. This video will be doing day 8 to day 14 solutions. So for day 8, so this person does not have enough savings to buy a bag now. If I increase my savings by 30%, I would need another $1. If I increase my savings by 40%, I would have $34 more than what I need. They're trying to find the cost of the bag. Okay, so let me draw a model to illustrate this. So this is the cost of the bag. This is the bag. So the savings that he has now is 100%. So this is the 100% that he has. If he increases by 30%, he will still be short of $1. Still not enough. Okay. So the second scenario, same thing. This is the 100%. Now if he increases his savings by 40%, he'll have more than enough. He'll have $34 more. So what does this tell us? Can you see from the model that if I were to extend my lines, this part will be $35, and that part is actually 10% of his savings. So it's still not very clear. You see, if this is 30%, this will be 30%, which means the rest of it will be 10%. All right. So we're able to know that 10% is $35. So in order to find the cost of the bag, we can find 130%, which is 35 times 13, which is $455. And the bag would be 455 plus another $1, which is 456. That will be the cost of the bag. At the side, I'm just going to do a check. If I'm going to find 140% of his savings, that will be $35 times 14. That's $490. So I will have to take $490 minus $34. And I will get 456 as well, which means my answer is correct. Okay. So we have 3 of them. We have Glenn, Helen, and Liz. The ratio is 6:9 is to 11. We know that if Glenn's beads reduce by 10% and Helen's beads increase by 10%, the new total number of beads would be 4,734. We're trying to find the number of beads that Liz has. Okay. So let me just write down the ratio. Glenn is to Helen is to Liz. 6:9 is to 11. So the first thing they said Glenn's bead is beads reduced by 10%. So we got to find out what's the reduction right now. So 10% of Glenn. So if we work this out, this is actually 0.6. So that means this is 0.6 units, you see. Okay, wait, I should not write this here. Hold on now. Let me just erase this. Put this away. Okay, again, 6. Wait, 10%. What am I doing? 10% of Glenn. So that means Glenn's units reduced by 0.6. Then this Helen increased by 10%. So again, I need to find out what's 10% of Helen. So that's 0.9. So Helen will be plus 0.9 units. So nothing happened to Liz, right? So no change for Liz. That's 11 U still. So Helen led 9.9 units in the end. Glenn would be 5.4 units in the end. So we know that in total, At the end will be 4,734. So we add up all the units in the end. So 5.4 plus 9.9 plus 11. $26.3. So we know that 26.3 units is 4734. So 1 unit will be 180. So we're trying to find Liz. Liz will be 11 units. So 180 times 11. So it's 1980. So congratulations, those who got this correct. So we know Peter had some stamps. He lost 2/3 of them. He gave 1/4 of the remainder to Ali. After that, his brother gave him 120 stamps. And in the end, the ratio of what he had at first to what he had at the end was 4:3. So we want to find Peter at the end. Okay, so let me try to illustrate this in the model for you to understand. So this is Peter. He lost 2/3 of them. So this one, let me indicate that this was lost, right? Now, then the remainder, 1/4 of the remainder, I'm going to have to cut the remainder into 4 parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of which, this one, 1/4 of the remainder, this one was given to Ali, yes? Now take note, if you cut this unit, every other unit you also have to cut, right? Remember to make them all equal. So I cut 4 this one as well. Over here, I cut 4 as well. Okay? Next, the brother gave him 120 stamps. Okay, so the brother add on, gave him some more stamps. Extra ones here, 120 given by the brother. So next, the question tells us that the ratio of what he had at first to what he had at the end was 4:3. Now, at first is to at the end, they say 4:3. Now let's look at our model, okay? At the beginning, this Peter, he had from here to here, right? That's how many units? That's 12 units, isn't it? So I'm going to have to make this at first 12. Okay, so if I make it 12, I'm going to times 3. Remember to times 3 the other side as well. So this becomes 12:9. Okay, so I cross out. I don't want the old one anymore. So what does this tell us? In the end, Peter has 9 units. Okay, where is what he had in the end? Here, right? What his brother gave to him, and that's 3 units. This is what he had at the end. And according to the ratio, it says it's 9 units. Means what? It tells us that this 120 will be 6 units, right or not? Because we have 1U, 1U, 1U here, right? Do you see that? Okay, so from here, we are able to tell that 6 units is 120. So 1 unit will be 120 divided by 6, which is 20. So we want to find Peter at the end. Peter at the end. Oh, so that's just 9 units. So you just solve for 9 units. 20 times 9, which is 180. That's all. So if you see, if you draw the correct model to decipher the information, you're working only so shortly, right? It's not as difficult as it looks. Isabel and Agnes decided to buy and share the cost of their father's birthday present. So we know Isabel contributed $18. That was 25% of her savings. Then Agnes contributed 60% of her savings. We also know that the amount of Agnes' savings left was half. Okay, 0.5 is half. Half of what Isabel had left. So how much did Agnes contribute? So we want to find Agnes's contribution. I am going to break down the information and write down as ratio. All right. I'm going to change this 25% to a fraction in its simplest form. Okay, so 25% is 25 out of 100, and if I simplify this, I get 1/4. Also, for this 60% of Agnes, I am going to change that. 60% is 60 out of 100, and if I simplify, this is 3 out of 5. I'm going to write down the individual ratios for them. This Isabel, what she paid and what she had left. Okay, and as for Agnes, same thing. I'm going to write the ratio of what she paid is to what she had left. They say Isabel paid 1/4. She used 1/4 of her savings, meaning she used 1 unit to pay for it, and she was left with 3/4, right, of her savings. So left with 3. All right, next for Agnes, she contributed 3/5 of her savings. If Agnes contributed 3/5 of her savings, means she used 3 units to pay, right? 3/5, and she was left with 2/5. You see that? So that's 2 units. Okay. The other information is important. They tell us that the amount of Agnes's savings left was half that of Isabel. So which one do I need to compare? The leftover here now. Agnes left with half of Isabel. Agnes left with 2U. Isabel left with 3U. Cannot, right? It's not yet half. So I need to make sense of that. How do I make sense of that? I cannot half 3. Half of 3 is 1.5. But that's Agnes has 2 left. So let's see, how do I halve it? We will probably need to change this to 6 and change this to 12, so that this Agnes has half as much left as Isabel. Do you see that? Okay, so you just got to think about how to make it half. You need to make sense of that. So if I times 3 here, remember to times 3 here as well. So this is 9:6. Let me just cross out the old one. Then again, I times 4 here. So this becomes 4:12. Cross out the old one. Okay. What's the clue? The clue in the question is $18. So we know that Isabel paid $18. So 4 units, $18. So go on to find out what's 1 unit, which is $18 divided by 4, which is $4.50. So how much did Agnes contribute? She contributed 9 units here. So you go on to find 9 units. Will be $4.50 times 9, which is $40.50. Okay, day 12. Siva wants to buy 3 pens, 5 diaries. He will be short of $6. If he buys 5 pens, 3 diaries, he will have $4 left. Okay. So given that a pen costs $1.20, what's the maximum number of diaries that Siva can buy with $20? Okay, so we have 2 scenarios here. If this, he'll be short of 6. If that, he'll have $4 left. But both scenarios will be equals to the amount of money that he has, right? So I'm just going to write them down as an equation, and I'm going to put an equal between them. That means first scenario equals to second scenario. So just writing down what the question is saying. So 3 pens plus 5 diaries, he doesn't have enough money. Short of $6, so his money is like that. Okay, equals to the second scenario that they mentioned, 5 pens plus 3 diaries, he would have $4 left. So plus 4. Okay. We know that a pen costs 120. So I can change this, right? 3 pence. 1 pen, 120. 3 pence will be 3 times 120, which is 360. So I can change that to $3.60. So $3.60 plus 5 diaries minus $6. Then this as well, 5 pence. So 5 times 120 gives me $6. So $6 plus, okay? Now I'm going to combine the dollars. So you see I have dollars and dollars here, right? So over here is 360 minus $6. Huh? So you press your calculator, 3.6 minus 6. Okay, take note, it's a minus 6. Huh? So in this case, over here will be 5 diaries minus $2.40 is equals to, on the right side, I combine the dollars as well. 3D plus 3 diaries plus $10. Okay. For those of you who know how to do the shifting, if you shift things around, this is 2 diaries equals to 1240. Okay, so for those of you who are not familiar with the shifting, let me try to explain this in the model way. If we have 5 diaries, let me draw the 3 diaries first. 1, 2, 3 diaries. So diary plus $10 is equals to 5 diaries. Diary, 5 diaries minus 240. Okay, this equation can be understood this way. Okay, which means what? If you extend the lines here, you see this part? $10 together with the 240, it makes up what? 2 diaries. Okay, so you know that 2 diaries is $12.40. So from here, we can find out what's 1 diary, which is $12.40 divided by 2, and we will get $6.20. Okay, so from here, we know that this Siva has $20. So how many diaries can he buy? You just need to divide lah. Okay, $20 divided by the cost of 1 diary, which is $6.20. It will give you 20 divided by 6.2. You'll get 3 point something. So I'm just going to write the remainder. Okay, I'm going to write 3 remainder $1.40. This guy will still have $1.40 left. So that's the answer. He can buy 3 diaries. Question 13. I don't know whether y'all recognize this. Okay. How should I write this? Okay, I'm going to form the ratio. Okay, I'm going to write down the ratio for this. The total members is 5,510. 2/5 of the adults are men. 2/3 of the children are boys. And in total, there were 2,420 male members. Okay. I hope all of you realize that the 2 fractions are not referring to the same whole. This one says of the adults. This one says of the children. So please don't go and change them to the same denominator, okay? Because the 2 fractions are not related. All right, so I'm just going to write down the the ratio. So under adults, we have men is to women. So if 2/5 of the adults were men, means 3/5, right? The rest of them will be women. So it's 2:3. Next, the ratio for the children, we have boys is to girls. If 2/3 of the children are boys, means 1/3 will be girls. Yes? Now, after writing down the ratio, do you realize that they didn't say nothing is unchanged, nothing is repeated? You know, there's no clue to link up the 2 ratios. So if there's no clue to link up the 2 ratios, we'll have to use units and parts to solve this. Okay? Because 1 unit for the adults is not equal to 1 unit of the children. We can't assume so. It's not. All right, so meaning we got to call this, maybe I call these units, okay? And I call this one parts. Okay, so now let's form two number sentences. We have to use simultaneous to solve. So units and parts is simultaneous. Okay, total 5,510 members. We have a total of 5 units, right? Okay, let me write here. 5 units for the adults, plus a total of 3 parts for the children, and they make up the total members 5510. Next, they talk about the male, 2,420. Male, we have 2 units of men. We have 2 parts of boys, and they make up 2420. Okay? Then after that, what? They're asking for the adults, right? If they want the adults, means they're looking for units, right? Because adults is made up of the units here, right? So we should be making parts the same to get rid of parts. So that end up we solve for units. Okay, in this case, we can make parts the same. So you notice part and parts. Make the same, meaning what's the lowest common multiple of 3 and 2? Will be 6, right? So this one, 3, I'm going to times 2. So the first equation, I'm going to whole thing times 2, everything. So now this becomes 10 units plus 6 parts is equals to 5510 times 2, which is 11020. Then the next one, the second equation, I'm going to have that multiplied by 3. And it becomes 6 units plus 6 parts equals to 2400 times 3. I get 7,260. Okay. Next, now you see you have 6 parts and 6 parts the same already. Okay, so now once we make parts the same, we can get rid of it. In this case, how do we get rid of it? We can subtract. Can you see that we can take equation number 1 minus equation number 2? Okay, so I'm going to take equation number 1 minus equation number 2. We have 10 units minus 6 units, which gives me 4 units. Then you see 6 parts minus 6 parts, no more parts. So we have gotten rid of parts by doing so. Then for the numbers, 11020 minus 7260, that will give us 4 parts, which is 3,760. Did I say 4 parts? 4 units. I thought I heard myself say it's 4 units. So 1 unit is 3760 divided by 4. Okay, so 1 unit is 940. So they want us to find a number of adults. Total adults here, you have 5 units. So you just go and solve for 5 units. Okay, write units. Okay, so 940 times 5. 4,700. That's the answer. This last question is easy. It's easy compared to the rest. You just need to draw model only. Okay, come. So we know that there are some marbles in the container. Leroy took out half plus 3 more. And then Olivia took out 1/3 of the remainder plus 2 more. And in the end, Ryan took out 1/4 of the remaining plus 5 more. And in the end, there were only 25 marbles in the container. Okay. It's just very troublesome. You've got to keep bringing down the remainder portion. Okay, so I'm gonna draw this is the number of marbles in the container. Leroy took half plus 3 more. So I cut, this is half. So he didn't just take this half, plus 3 more. So we're gonna take 3 more out from the next unit. I cut like that. Remember to do a dotted line so that you know that this 3 belongs to the second unit. Okay, and then this one, we just indicate this is Leroy. I just put L, okay? Now next, Olivia took out 1/3 of the remaining. So I'm gonna just bring down the remainder, okay? I bring down the remainder instead of just cutting up there, all right? So it's clearer later on. I bring down the remainder. And now we know that Olivia took out 1 out of 3. So I'm gonna cut the remainder into 3, out of which Olivia took 1, but that's not all. She took 1/3 of the remaining marbles plus 2, right? So let's take out 2 more from the next unit. And this one was what Olivia took. All right, that's one more thing to do. Ryan took out 1/4 of the remainder. So again, I'm gonna drop down the remainder. You cannot just cut the remainder here, you know. Okay, just to clarify, you cannot cut because the remainder here is like 1 part and a little bit more. You know, you won't be able to cut it equally into 4 parts. Okay, so let's bring down the remainder. Then, now we can cut it into 4. Out of which Ryan took 1. And that's not all, right? Plus 5 more. So again, let's take out 5 from the next unit. And this was what Ryan took. And the leftover is over here. And we know that the leftover is actually 25. Okay, so let me just color it in case some of you can't really see this. 25 is here. 5 is here. So can you see that 25 together with that 5, they make up 3 units there. You see, they make up the 3 parts, right? So 25 plus 5 is the first thing you got to do. That's 30. So since 30 is the 3 units there, 30 divided by 3 gives me 10. Next, I'm going to find the whole red color bar. Okay? The whole red bar would be 10 times 4, which is 40. Okay? So let me indicate. 40 would be, there's no space. Oh no. Okay, where do I write it? Okay, 40 would be here. Do you see that? 40 is here. Okay, so now let me color it again. If 40 is here, 2 is here. Do you see what you need to do now? So 40 plus 2, right? 42, and that's the 2 parts there. So you take 42 divided by 2, get 21. Then I need to find the whole of the green part there, the green bar, the second green bar. So 21 times 3, which is 63. So once again, I'm going to indicate 63 in the model, which is here. Okay, so here is 63. So once again, 63 is here. 3 is here. So you know what to do already? We just have to keep repeating the same thing. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. So then we need to take 63 plus 3, which is 66. So 66 will be half of it. Yes? 66 is half of it. So your last step, 66 times 2, which is 1, 3, 2. That's the final answer.